everyone. Welcome to the first episode of Stallions Chat. I'm your host tonight, and my name is Nemanja Krstic, and with me, my colleague
Artem Oasis, and we are representing the Sports and Wellness Office here at ADU. Stallions Chat was created by us, and it's supposed to be a platform where the ADU community can connect with elite sports professionals around the world. Stallions Chat will meet with coaches, players, and other professionals working at the highest levels in their respective sports, discussing what makes those environments so successful, what it takes to make it at a professional sporting environment, as well as what these professionals do to stay at the very, very top.
Okay, for our very first episode, we're meeting with NBA coach Ognjen Stojakovic, Director of Player Development and Denver Nuggets. We have canvassed the ADU community for questions, and the community members have sent in their video of their questions for Coach Ognjen. Ognjen, welcome to Stallions Chat.
Hi guys, good to see you guys.
Before we start, can you tell us a bit about yourself and how you got to where you are right now? Yeah.
First of all, my name is Ognjen Stojakovic, and I'm development coach of Denver Nuggets. I'm working for organization for last 6 years, and that is the best experience in my life. So before that, I worked back home in Serbia. I was coach, and as I just got the opportunity, people were following my work, and they called me to be part of their organization for summer league. I was there with them. They liked what I did. They liked what I taught and my thoughts. And long story short, they gave me opportunity. So I started from the beginning, from the bottom position, and now currently I'm director of player development.
Okay, Arta, before we continue with the first part of the interview, I want to just say I know Ognjen for most likely 30 years now. I mean, that doesn't mean we're old, but we know each other for a long time, and we used to play the youth leagues, and it was very difficult to play against Ognjen, to be honest. We played position point guards, and it was a battle on the field, but we were very good friends out of the field, and now we're both in the same industry coaching. And I'm very glad, actually, Ogi, that you accepted the invitation and you accepted to be part of this project, which is brand new. I don't think anybody else is doing it. And to be a first episode, I want to thank you one more time. So to cut the story short, we're going to start with the questions. We have some general questions. As you understood, we collect some questions from the ADU community. Also, we input some of the questions, and we will try to cover the main aspects of your work in NBA league and Denver Nuggets, and also the main aspects of how you see development of the players, which is something that we are searching, and we are searching for the answers for that area. Just to make an intro for this question, this season I had with my team, we managed to reach the playoff in some way, and the one of the things that I suggest to the players that I train in Abu Dhabi University is that we work on a communication. So if I want to put it closer, it was communication while we are in the game between the coach and the player, and with the players between each other in the game. So this is something which some of the players actually accepted very well, but I believe some of the players need a little bit more explanation about it and how that operates and look in the NBA. So basically the question is, how often do NBA players communicate during the game? Is it visual or verbal or whatever is inside of the game? Can you just give us some insight?
Yes, that communication is very, very important. It's super important. So for example, in defense, we have from the different type of the coverages, we have different calls. And our key thing is as coach likes to say, early, loud, continuous, 3 times. So for example, if you see high pick and roll on the left side, you're going to say I will just give you example left, or right, if it's coming to the right side. So it needs to be early, loud, continuous. So in continuity to that, offensively also you have different calls, different signs for different calls as well. So long story, and plus we have thing that's it's very important, and it's I heard that back home, but it's in our organization and in whole NBA is very, very, very specific thing. Is every organization has its own language, so you call different things in different ways. So I don't know, one someone called pick and roll like this, someone called like that. So you can call in your own language different
So basically,
game situation.
this guy, the what actually you plan to do.
Exactly. Like, so that's like first time when I came to NBA, I was like, okay, I was like, wow, what is this? Like, I didn't know that's, I don't know, like
It's
they
coming.
call, it's, I call this pick and roll. I didn't know it's like whatever they called it in that period.
So
yes,
can I just
super important.
so basically that excellent that you actually share that with us. I want to just know. So for example, we have a situation where Nikola Jokic have excellent collaboration with any player from the team, but especially with Murray, they have certain things that they repeat from game to game. So if you look at it, there's an outlet pass from Nikola Jokic after the rebound in defense, and there was a very fast sprint from the Murray in offense. So it's just one outlet pass, and they already finished the fast break. Is this a part of the team strategy, or is this a simply a natural reaction with two players who understand each other and they decide to move with that kind of move during the game, and then the team and the coach accepted?
Like that specific situation that you said is just like part of those two guys, but it is kind of like if you have concept and you know what you're doing, then all those small things will come. So like all those team dynamic will develop, and you can see like they're gonna build their own game. Basically, they're gonna tell their own stories.
So basically, extension of this question is communication. So if I play with you, Ognjen, and I'm a center position, and you're the point guard, if we figure out that certain things we understand well, we have the, let's say, the same flow in the game.
Yes, you can
we can easily communicate about that.
Yeah, I understand you completely, and that's something which every team wants to have, like something, as you said, like that small communication among the players, where they're gonna be like, okay, Nemanja, let's set flat screen and let me get downhill, and you just open there and let's play. So yes, communication you have like this. Let's say if we generally said we have general team communication, but from another side you said great thing that small communication. Let's call it small communication among the players is super important. That's mean that you have a real team.
Great.
So I'm sure you've seen videos of professional teams sometimes partaking in sports that are different from theirs. So for example, with football teams, I've seen them, sometimes they play rugby, sometimes they play basketball, just to kind of keep their minds fresh and keep that attitude fresh towards their respective sport. So do you guys ever recommend to your players to stop playing basketball for these next, let's say, week or two, just take a break, play some tennis or play whatever other sport that you guys have in mind? Do you try to transfer skills between sports?
Or during the season when you have full week and you finish the game, the recovery practice, let's say we have it in Europe on Monday. So sometimes we play football. I mean, this may be a shorter way to ask the question. So do you guys do the same? You change a little bit the motoric and dynamic of the workout and practice, and you just remove the basketball from it and add some other sports just to clear the mind and do something else.
Yeah, that's like those are great questions. So like let's start with the first one, and then I will get back on the season with the MS question. So yeah, like I'm just strictly talking about my own opinion. So in my opinion, yes, during the off season, it is good for the players to do other sports, because like first of all, as you said, like first of all they need to clean their head. So just like mentally to get away from the basketball, but still it is good to have to play different sport that can transfer to the basketball. For example, you gave the great example. Tennis is great because of lateral movement. If you want to improve your footwork, you can box, you can do karate, you can like do some footwork sports, which kind of like speed up your foot reaction. If you need, like, if you have players who are afraid of contact and they don't hold the ground good, wrestling is a great sport. You can like teach them how to move, how to use their body, how to use their body better. So there are like a bunch of sport that you can use, because like let's think like this. Basketball, like you have sport, right? And then you have basketball. Basketball is just one of the sports. So it's not like it's not the main sport. So yes, my question is like, yes, I like that, and I recommend that.
So what are the types of analytical tools that you use in order to prepare your player development plan?
So you try to be like you try to pick up as many data as it possible. So we have in our own organization, we have people who are in charge for analytic and statistics. So things that they are doing daily, they're sending us daily information about players. And then if we need something specific about those players, for example, I don't know, like arc of the ball, or I don't know, like different specific things, we can always ask them. But regardless of that, like we are using Synergy, we are using Second Spectrum. Also, you can use. We are using NBA.com, ESPN. So everything like what can give you some kind of information that can open your eyes. So what does it mean? Like something's like it is good to see. You can see certain things, but also it's always good to have some kind of data that would confirm your thoughts. That's one thing, and it's always good to have. But sometimes let's go on. Let's flip it a little bit. Sometimes you cannot see some things, and you open some statistic elements that you're like, oh, wow, how I just couldn't see that part, which is because maybe you were focused on working on something else. So yes, is it important? Yes, it is super important. But it is important, but it's also important job that you're doing. So basically, you need to have a knowledge to force things to a certain direction.
Can I just add one sorry, Arta, I just want to add one addition to this one. So for example, an NBA team, and you're part of it for past 6 years, so you have huge experience. How far the player, I understand the level of the players and how influenced he is in the team, but how far a player can go actually to influence decision making while the game is online. For example, it's a game, it's a certain situation, the player says certain thing, and then he suggests certain solution. So how far the coaches in NBA are willing to accept the player suggestion and then craft the next offense and idea based on that?
Good question.
They're very open to that. They're very open to that. And it's like, it is, and it's like, if you ask me, that's a good thing. The players have their own like opinion, and just yes. Answer is yes.
So it's basically, if we understand it well, it's a combination definitely of your own knowledge, coaching knowledge and experience. It's based on your relationship with the players and their experience and knowledge, and then you're using the advanced technologies just to basically add, as you say, statistic and some kind of analytic which can guide you and help you to decide about certain strategy and how you're going to attack tomorrow.
Exactly.
So now I think because the next question that we have actually relates to one of the questions that the players have. So if it's okay, I'd rather have them ask you that question rather than we ask you that question. So I'll just start to play some of the recorded videos that we have, and hopefully you can hear them and you can answer some of these questions. All right?
Hello, Mr. Ognjen. First of all, I'd like to say thank you very much for agreeing to this. It's a really wonderful opportunity for us ADU student athletes to learn something from the pros. My first question is, from your experience, what qualities makes a good team captain?
My personal opinion is he needs to be a role model on and off the court. So someone who sacrifices himself, his own numbers, his own ego to help the team to win. And to be better, of course.
So it's not necessarily, doesn't need to be the best player on the court. If we understood well, it should be somebody who can lead the team, have the heart, and put some, let's say, tempo in a team spirit, yeah?
Exactly.
How should basketball players recover? How long does it typically take NBA players to recover? And they have cryotherapy and icing and stuff like that. So what do you recommend players at this level, at a college level, should do for faster recovery?
It is hard for me to answer you on that question, and the main thing about that, like, because I'm not like strength and condition coach, I'm a player development coach, so I'm like teaching players skills and individual and group technique and tactic. So like I can tell you that like you need like 72 hours to fully recover and to reach your super compensation of your skills.